Hello friends, welcome to today's video. So today we'll be continuing our series on the customer relation management and we'll be discussing the chapter 4 on the topic which is the customer value or the customer lifetime value. Gone are the days when businesses used to see as a customer for conducting a transactions. In our previous video, in the previous chapter we have shared that transaction is where a purchase is made by the customer for one time or a single time, whereas relationship is where the customer is but doing continuous transactions or repeated transactions. So such transactions will transform to relationships. So nowadays all the companies are trying to have a relationship with the customers through the concept of customer relation management. So what is essential in maintaining the CRM is customer relation management is having a customer lifetime value. So companies try to give means companies will always look for customers who are providing the customer lifetime value. In this chapter, we'll be seeing more about this. You know, just now we have said that the organizations are looking with people who can give more value, who have more customer value. So how they do it is, so they use a concept of the staircase normally or the value ladder. Let's say this is a first time customer and this is a long term customer, or the if you put it this is a term, or this is the time, and then this is the amount of profits or the returns that is generated to this customer. So what will happen is the first time customer, the profits are very less, but over a course of long time when the customer is purchasing or purchasing your products over the long time, then eventually it will lead to your profits and the customer is giving more value to you in terms of the economy, in terms of profits. So the longer the customer is having is associated with you or having a relationship with your organization, the better it is. So all the organizations look for the people having the large customer value. And then nowadays what they are seeing is, instead of, as I've just said, instead of looking over a short term, they are looking over a long term. So whatever the value that is being generated by this customer over a lifetime is nothing but the customer lifetime value. So how this organization identifies which customers are actually generating a more value to them is by knowing that when the customer climbs the ladder, their value to the company grows. Next. So there are some basic terminologies in understanding the customer lifetime value which will be helpful to us. So knowing that, first is the term suspect. Suspect is basically a potential customer which fits your target market profile. Let's say you are selling mobile phones. Then most of the time the teenagers are purchasing the mobile phones, or the youth people are purchasing more the new upcoming mobile phones. So this is your potential target, or this is a target market profile that you will be focusing on the teenagers and youth. So these are your potential customers if you are selling a mobile phone. So all these teenagers and youth are the suspects to you. Next is prospect. Prospect is a customer fits the target market profile and is being approached for the first time. So let's say in a city we have so many teenagers and like youth are there. So these are your suspect. What your prospect is, when these mobile manufacturing companies they approach these teenagers either by promoting the advertisements or by calling them personally on their mobile phones through customer agents. So you are making an approach to these teenagers or youth. That is, you are initiating, you are trying to have a conversation with them and letting them know about your product. Then once you do this, then the suspect will convert into the prospect. So that is what it says. Customer fits the target market profile and is being approached for the first time. So whenever your organization is trying to approach this suspected customers, then they are the prospects of your business. Next is, once you have approached, then let's say these customers have purchased your mobile phone. then these customers are the first time customers, the customers who make the first purchase. So this is the definition for the first time customers. And next is the repeat customer. The customer makes additional purchases in near time or in the future. So he's purchasing more of your products either in the near time or in the future. Then such type of customer is known as a repeat customer. So in generating the customer lifetime value, these repeat customers are very important because repeat customers are the one who will be purchasing your products or they will be having a relationship with you over a lifetime, which will eventually be profitable to your business. So these repeat customers are important for generating the high customer lifetime value. This is important. Next, what is a majority customer? So the customer selects your company as the supplier of choice. Let's say in India, as we know the Nokia, in olden days, Nokia used to be very popular in India. And like any Indian who wanted to purchase a basic mobile phone, they used to always go for Nokia. So the Nokia had majority customers in India, you can say. So that is the definition of the majority customers. The customer selects your company as a supplier of choice. Next is next definition is loyal customer. Who is a loyal customer? The key term is the existing customer who is resistant to switching the suppliers. See, let's say in the market there are so many mobile manufacturing companies, Nokia, Motorola, Apple, Samsung, and many more are there. As I've just said, many of the Indians they are having a good relationship or they want to always purchase a Nokia mobile phones. So these Indian people they don't want to switch to either Motorola or Apple. Then these type of customers, these Indian customers are the loyal customers to the Nokia. Okay. So that is what is the definition of the loyal customers who are resistant to switching to other suppliers. This is a key term. Next is an advocate. Who is an advocate? The customer generates additional referrals. Let us take our old case, like many of the Indians, they want to purchase a Nokia mobile phone. Let's say my friend has already purchased a Nokia 1100, which is a very popular mobile phone. Now, once I approach my friend, when I say him that I want to purchase a mobile phone, then he will suggest that you go for Nokia 1100. So what is he doing is he's referring me to purchase this Nokia mobile phone because he has already got the benefit of this phone and he has a trust in the product and the brand. So he's actually referring this Nokia phone to me. So these type of referrals are done by the customers. Then those customers are known as advocate customers. So these terms you have to remember. Next, so what is the CRM? That is customer relation software. What they do is they allow companies to trace where customers are there on their pathway. Like there are many types of customers. So once you have a good CRM software, then with the help of the software you can identify in which ladder, at which point of the ladder the customers are there and how many are repeat customers, and so many things you can identify with the help of the CRM software. Next, coming to the definition of the customer lifetime value, it is the net present value of the stream of the future profits expected over the customer lifetime purchases. Let's say your customer is purchasing, let's say product A, let's say in first year, and you are earning rupees $100. Let's say if you're doing the same purchase and then you are getting $200. In the third year, let's say $30 you are generating a profit because of it. Let's say over the course of 10 years, then it will go to $100. So the sum of all these $10, 20, 30 up to $100, this is the total customer lifetime value of this customer. So what is that? 10 plus 1 by 2, 55. So $550. So $550 is the net present value, which is also the customer lifetime value of this customer. So this is how you calculate. What you do is you add all the future profits expected of the customer's lifetime purchases. So this lifetime is a bit, it depends on the company, it varies from company to company. A company can make a definition of lifetime as 5 years, they can have for 10 years or 15 years. So this lifetime is not fixed. it varies from company to company and what they define lifetime is. Okay, so in this case, customer as viewed as a lifetime income stream. So what is the customers always try to identify who are having the highest CLV potential? Let's say there are two customers A and B. Let's say a customer A is able to generate over a course of 10 years, let's say $550, and the other customer B is trying to will actually earn you profits of $300. Then the customer A is generating more profits or is having a more customer lifetime value. Then the company will always try to look for these type of customers over these because they are generating the high customer lifetime value or they're having a high CLV potential. Okay, next. Why the CLV is important is because, as you have just said, the revenues growth over time. As we have seen here, how this every year this growth is increasing and the profits are increasing. So this is the important term that revenues grow over lifetime. And then what happens is once you are serving the existing customer, then the cost is lower for existing customer. Since you already have the customers, let's say loyal customers, then in that case the cost on advertisement or the cost of acquiring the new customers will be lower, and this is how the even the expenditure for the existing customer will be lower once you have the good CLV. Next is higher prices may be paid by the existing customer because these customers are loyal to you and they are associated with you and they have a relationship with you. Then let's say a classic case of Apple. Let's say if Apple product is $50 in the initially in the let's say version 1.0, and then even if it's $65 for version 1.1, the customers who are existing customers and who are loyal to the company, they may even go for product 1.1 and pay $65. So they don't much worry about the higher prices because they always have a trust in the brand and the product, and they are the existing customers. So this is the key. Higher prices may be paid by the existing customers. So existing customers can generate more profits because sometimes they even pay high prices. Next, value generating referrals are made by the satisfied customers. As I have just said in the case of Nokia, when my friend is referring me to purchase this Nokia 1100 because he is satisfied with this product, and then he is referring me to that to purchase a similar mobile phone. So what it is doing is my friend is actually generating a value referral to the company. So because he is a satisfied customer. So this way my friend is actually is a satisfied customer and is able to generate referrals, value generating referrals. Next, how do you calculate the CLV, which is the customer lifetime value? So in the previous example, we have taken example of $10, $20 or $100 over the course of first year, second year and 10 years. Then what we are doing when we are calculating the value, we are doing a summation of all these future profits. So that is how CLV is calculated. So this is a very fundamental equation to calculate the CLV. Calculating the CLV is a bit complex because it depends on the number of years and how much annual revenue per customer is generated. So what methods the companies are using, it varies from them to them. But this is the very simplest formula to calculate the customer lifetime value, wherein you just add the futuristic probability revenue generated separated by the customer acquisition cost. Next, why the customers want to retain or they want to have a relationship with the business? Sometimes customers feel that they get a good recognition when they're associated with a business. Let's say a airline is there which is very profitable and many of the passengers prefer that airline. Then whenever people say the name of the airline, and sometimes they feel that they are recognized. So one of the which is a social need also nowadays, because everybody wants to be recognized. So customers who are having, means the businesses who are giving recognition, then they want to have a relationship with them. So this is one of the reasons why people want to have a relationship. Next is personalization. You might have heard some clubs are there who provide some personalized offers like credit cards or some return points whenever they are taking a vacation or something. So these personalization, these benefits which the customers are getting are sometimes personalized. This is mostly in the case of clubs or in the airlines where this type of offers get. So customers also want to have a good CRM relationship because they feel that the company or the business will value them with some personalization benefits. Next is power. It is also nowadays has become a social need. Let's say people who are purchasing the Apple product, they feel that they are superior to people who are purchasing a normal Android phone. Sometimes there's a sense of power that comes with the purchasing of the product. When the people purchase products of higher value, then normally they feel that they are more powered. This is a sense of feeling which people have. So even for that case also people want to purchase the products. Next, as I've just in the case of having an Apple phone, same is the case with power. The more the power is there, the more the people feel that they are having a good status in the society. So these are some of the reasons why customers want to enter into a relationship with a company. Next, there are cases in which the customers do not want to have a relationship with the company. They just want to make some transactions, one-time transactions whenever they need. So why does the customers don't want? Sometimes what happens is fear of dependency. Let us say in the case of Apple only, if you want to use some, let's say their headphones, their headphones will only work with the Apple phones. Let us say. So now you have a headphone of Apple. Let's say your Apple mobile phone has gone faulty, then indirectly these headphones will also become useless because they only work with Apple mobile phone. So this will lead to a dependency that having a good headphones, they have to mandatorily purchase the Apple iPhone. So sometimes people don't want to have that dependency. So this is one of the reasons sometimes people don't want to have a relationship with the customers or they don't want to purchase the products. Next is lack of perceived value in the relationship. Let us say an example of a case of Apple. Earlier we heard that stories where it was told that the Apple was slowing down their operating system and making the mobile phone slower. So what will happen is over the course of time people will feel that they are being ignored. They are not being given a value because they are actually slowing down the mobile phones, which is not generating the enough value to the customer. So they feel that they are not getting a good value, which is a lack of perceived value in the relationships. Then in the future, these customers who are feeling that they are not being valued by the company, then they will not purchase these products. So sometimes this lack of perceived value will also make customers not to have a relationship with the customer with the business. Next, next is a lack of confidence in the supplier. Let us take a case of a Chinese products. Many of the Chinese products are known to not have a good confidence or not have a warranty over them. So when there is no warranty, then people don't want to purchase the product. Let us say here in the case of the Chinese, any supplier who is selling the Chinese products, people don't purchase it from them. So sometimes this is the reason people don't want to have a relationship with suppliers who are who are selling these products who are having lack in confidence. So this is also one of the reasons. Next is customer lacks relational orientation. Like sometimes they socially feel that it is not good to have a relationship with them, so they don't normally go. And next is rapid technological changes. Let us say one more reason is one case is Nokia phones. Nokia they did not immediately switch to Android phones, rather they stick to the Windows phones. But then whereas the technology was or the future was of the Android mobiles, but Nokia stuck with the Windows phone. Then over the course of time, many customers they dropped the Nokia because they did not have an Android phones. So sometimes what happens is a change in the technology will also make the customers not to go with the associated product or to enter with relationship with the company, because they feel that due to rapid technology change, the existing product of the business, the existing product of the company might not yield a good value to them. So they don't generally purchase those products, or they don't enter into a relationship with that company. So these are some of the reasons as to why customers don't want to have a relationship. So in this video, we have understood what customer lifetime value is, why it is important for the customer, for the business to have, to identify and to have more customers who are having a high CLV, because high CLV indicates high profits or high growth for the business. And then how you convert the suspect to prospect to potential customers to the advocates. So every business will have all these customers. It is essential to identify where they are lying in this area, and then how to convert them into more them into advocates so as to have better profits. And also we have seen how to calculate the CLV, where we actually take the accumulation of the future expected profits minus the acquisition cost of the customer. So in this video we have discussed all this. If you have liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos. And thank you for